In our last lesson for the year, we're going to be discussing discounts, markups, sales tax, and tips. My goal is to help you find discounts, markups, sales tax, and tips. In real life percent problems, you'll be needing to find a sale price of something, to find a retailer price of something, how much they sell like a department store. You're going to learn how to calculate sales tax on an item, and also to find a tip amount. For instance, if you go out to dinner and you have good service and you need to determine how much a tip to leave on the table for the waitress or waiter. In example 1, we're going to find a sale price. You buy a CD that is 40% off the original price of $12. What is the sale price? So we need to determine what is 40% of $12. So you're going to take 12, multiply it times 0.4, because we had 40% and we needed to change that percent to a decimal. So we just move the decimal to the left 2 places. So the discount, since we're dealing with money, is going to be $4.80. Now we're going to take that discount of $4.80. We're going to subtract it from 12. Now the sale price is $7.20. Finding a retail price. A store that sells a skateboard buys them from a manufacturer at a wholesale price of $57. The store's markup is 150%. What is the retail price? So first of all, we need to determine what the markup is going to be. So we're going to take 57, multiply it times 1.5. So the markup is $85.50. Now add the markup to the wholesale price. So the wholesale price was $57. We're going to add the markup of $85.50. When you go into the store to buy the skateboard, its final price would be $142.50. Now we're going to calculate sales tax. You have a meal, it costs $12 and the sales tax is 5%. What is the total cost of the meal? Space, participate. Alright, so I'm going to determine what the tax amount is by taking 12, multiplying it by 0.05. 60, so that's 60 cents. So the tax amount is 60 cents. And add that amount to the total food bill. So I've got $12 plus 60 cents. The total amount of cost is $12.60. Go. Now we're going to be calculating a tip amount. You've got a meal that costs $12 and you want to leave a tip of 15%. What is the cost of the meal excluding tax? So we're not going to determine what the tax is on this one. We're just going to find the tip amount, add it to the food bill, and see how much our total cost is going to be. So I'm going to take the $12 meal, I'm going to multiply it times 1,500. So my tip amount is $1.80. I'm going to take that tip amount and add it to the food bill. The total cost of the meal, excluding tax, is $13.80. Now we have some practice exercises. In number 5, we're going to use the given information to find the total price. So now we have, on 5A, we have the original price is $42. The discount is going to be 15%. So we need to determine what the total price after the discount is going to be. So you have your $42. You're going to multiply that times 15%. Your discount, 42 is going to be $6.30. So the total price after the discount is $35.70. In B, we have a wholesale price of $135. It's been marked up 10%. So we can do this one in our head because 10% of 135 is $13.50. So we're going to take our 135, and since it is marked up, we're going to add $13.50 to that amount. Total price after being marked up 10% is $148.50. In C, we have a food bill before tax and tip is $28. We're going to pay a sales tax of 7% and a tip of 15%. So in this example, take your sales tax and your tip of 15%, add them together. So 15 plus 7 is 22. So we need to find out what is 22% of 28. And that's going to be $6.16. So we're going to take our $28, add the $16, add the $6.16. Total amount, $34.16. Six, the markup on a CD player is 120%. The wholesale price of the CD player is $25. What is the retail price? Retail means what is it going to be sold in the store that went and bought it wholesale and then marked it up. How much will it cost? So 25 times 1.2. $30 is the markup. So you take your 25, add your markup of 30, $55. Well, how much will be the amount that you'll pay in the retail store? Number 7, you and a friend eat dinner together. The cost of the meal is $22.50. You leave a 20% tip. The sales tax is 6%. What is the total cost of the meal? I'm going to take the $22.50 and I'm going to multiply it times 26 hundredths because I added the 20 plus the 6% and I got 26%. And so I was going to multiply that amount by 26%. So I'm going to change that to a decimal. One, two, three, four. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh no, what did I do wrong? Hold on just a second. I did not multiply something correctly. Let me call it and check. Okay, so that is correct. So it's $5.85, and I'm going to take the $22.50, add $5.85, which is my tax and tip. Total amount I'm going to have to leave there at the restaurant will be $28.35. Last example, you buy a sweatshirt that is 40% off the original price of $39. What is the sales price? So you're going to take your $39 for your sweatshirt. You're going to multiply it times 0.4. Let's look at the answer. going to be $15.60. Since we're dealing with decimals, I'm going to take the $39. It is a discount, so I'm going to subtract $15.60 from 39. Oops, excuse me. Total cost of the sweatshirt after the discount is $23.40.